I'm joined now from Vienna by political analyst Milad Jokar. Milad, we're hearing from both the British Foreign Secretary and the Iranians that a deal is actually possible. But is that really true?
Well, there are still many sticking points that need to be worked on, but it is indeed possible to have a deal, maybe not the final and comprehensive deal, because what is sure is that if they cannot sign an agreement, it will be difficult to go back home and sell an extension. So what can be done is to work on the sticking points, which are basically twofold. The enrichment capacity of Iran, and Iran wants to know about the timing and the pace of the removal of sanctions. So what is possible is to have a deal that may offer some space and time, but also to work on all the things that have been approved so far. But what is sure is that nothing is signed until everything is signed is something that can be maybe difficult to have.
So just how much daylight still exists between the two sides?
Say it again?
So just how much daylight still exists between the two sides? What sort of gaps still remain?
Well, there have been a lot of progress when we compare it to last year. Many things that have been solved on different technical issues, such as the Arak heavy reactor that can be maybe redesigned. Also, the stockpile of enrichment of Iran, and also Iran can cap its enrichment to 5%, which is a major improvement. So basically the gap is what I've said before, that the enrichment, Iran's uranium enrichment capacities, and Iran wants to know about how sanctions will be lifted. And this is a very difficult issue because there are many types of sanctions. Once lifted, it will be very hard for the West and the United Nations Security Council to reimpose. So this is need to be worked on, and they still have 1 week to bridge those gaps.
But if they can't do it within a week, can the date be pushed back?
An extension of the talks, if there is something that is good enough to sell back home, could be possible. Because if we have progress, it means that the diplomatic track is the one that could put an end to this crisis. And both sides need an end to this crisis, especially Iran and the United States, who are the main actors of this talks. But it has many regional implications. This is why signing the comprehensive deal will potentially unlock the different regional crises in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and in Syria, because we have seen very few progress so far. And this is why going back home without anything would be a lose-lose. So at least an extension, and if there's a surprise, we can maybe see this historic agreement by next week.
Milad Jokar, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much.